What up, y'all? It's the King. Just leaving the gym. And there's some real shit. Stay locked in. So what up, y'all? It's Tuesday. I'm just leaving the gym. And I wanted to make a quick video to tell the real about like all this new energy, which is energy that's been here forever. Like, I've always been this person, but sometimes it takes a while to find the person that you are. And to the tribe out there, just trying to give y'all some words of wisdom about the journey. So, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday in the gym, and he was asking me, did I listen to the new ESTG or one of them rappers? I think he said ESTG. And, you know, I had to kind of tell him, you know, like, I'm, you know, at my age, I'll be 46 this year. So I've been on this journey for a long time. But at 46, you know, like, and it was funny because we had a conversation prior, but I was trying to tell him, like, he's 35, so he's a lot younger. One of my guys I work out with at the gym. And then it's another younger guy I work out with. He's 29, you know, so these are younger guys. And I remember being 29 and 35. And I was having to tell him, you know, like, at this age, that music doesn't get me up the same way that it used to. Pause, get me up is funny. But it doesn't get me going the way that it used to when I was 35 years old. And he was, you know, trying to make the point to say, you know, well, you know, I only listen to it because of this. And I'm like, no, like, I'm trying to tell you that at 35, I was in the same place that you are, but at 45, getting ready to turn 46, it's just a very different ball game for me. Not the same things, you know, motivate me or get me going. And on top of that, it's like, you know, we work out, and these guys are younger, so they, you know, they perform with their ego, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it to say anything is wrong. Me, I'm so performing for myself. You know, when I work out because I know what I want from myself. But then I still fight like things like ailments and moods and not feeling certain ways and all that stuff. But people will look at me because to be 45, I always say I'm 45, I look 32, and I feel 76. And that's the God's honest truth. But the feeling 76 part is like the part that you have to push past a lot. And I'm coming to realize, you know, like, I just left the gym, and when I got to the gym today, I wasn't feeling the best. Not saying I feel sick or anything like that, but sometimes you're tired, sometimes you just feel worn down, and you gotta always find the motivation to push yourself. Whereas, you know, I was in the gym, and this would spark me to want to make this video. I was talking to a younger guy in the gym. You know, we got on the subject of age, and I told him how old I was and how old I was turning. He was like, damn, bro, you get it, you getting it crazier than a lot of these cats that's half your age, that's 30. And, you know, I guess to him, from the outside looking in, I'm making it look easy, which I have a tendency to do. I make things look easy. But, you know, it brought me to the realization of this journey is never easy. It's never easy, and it's not about making it look easy because you don't see the internal work that has to be done to push past all the hard moments, all the difficult moments, all the shit that you feel like you won't make it through. You know, sometimes I wake up, you know, I won't say I've dealt with depression because I love life, but like, I've dealt with anxiety, things of that nature. This shit is like wretched. It fucks with your brain. And even with that being said, I find ways to fight past it and push back. Hey, wait. And I take my vitamins. Y'all know what's crazy? OGs know. I take these because when I was young, that's my man Fred Flintstone. When I was young, this the shit that kept me going, and this is what keeps me young, is my Flintstone vitamins. So for y'all out there, take y'all Flintstone vitamins. Fuck all that tricky shit they trying to get y'all, blase blah. For my fellas, fuck all them blue chews and stuff. Just take your vitamins. Take your Flintstones. This is my Fred Flintstone vitamin. Take your vitamins. You'll be absolutely fine. Flintstones, send me a check, because I'm about to bring y'all back for the adults that you used to keep. Our immune systems is crazy. We used to play in dirt, eat shit off the ground, all kinds of shit with no issues because of these Flintstone vitamins back in the day. But anyways, no, but it's a real thing that people don't realize. And sometimes, like, when you're going through it, you don't realize how you're pushing yourself through these things that most people get a paper cut and be ready to fall to pieces. You know what I mean? So not only is the journey hard, especially for me as a man, not only a man but a black man, you know what I mean? All the decks is, and not only that, a felon, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a felon, so at the end of the day, there's not much opportunity that's going to be handed to me. I gotta in so many ways prove myself to the world who I am, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. And it's not proving yourself for acceptance. It's just showing people that you can label me however you want to label me. I'm still going to rise to the top. But even the pressures of that are things that you think about when it comes to like you on your journey and the things that you want to do, and the fact that people have these preconceived notions about you and all these things. So, you know, it's just waking up in the morning and having to deal with the world, you know what I mean? But like, I think a lot of it is having solid people around you. Shout out to the people around me that helped me along the way, that pushed me. Because, you know, as much as this has been a lonely journey, and I say that because what I deal with by myself, there have been people that kept me hopeful and kept me faithful along my journey, that showed me that everything that I'm doing is possible, even in my lowest moments, even the moments of sleeping in cars and sleeping on park benches and shit like that. I had people around me that were currently and constantly encouraging me and understanding that I was this version of myself, regardless of what I might have been going through at that particular time. So, yeah, it's just to say, when you're on this journey and things seem impossible, you're going to know it's going to be something within you that pushes you. It's this inner navigational point inside you that says, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of if you look in the mirror and what you see you're not liking at that particular moment, keep fucking pushing. It's like Jordan when he had that 38-point game against the Jazz, he had the flu. You know what I mean? Like, the flu is a bitch. If you've had the flu, I don't know if everybody, I mean, you know, even with the Flintstone vitamins, I've had the flu before. The flu is something that'll knock you down. But if you find a way to fight through that, it shows what you're made of, and you're made of something different, because there's so many people, and, you know, it's not to knock anybody. We're not all made equally. You know, we all cut and bleed and breathe the same air, but some of us are built with a little more durability than others, and it's within realizing that you understand what you're made of and what you're made for. So always find that grit inside you to push through the hard moments. And, you know, when people, it's funny because when people look at you and they admire you, or even, you know, judge you or feel jealous of you based on what it is that you push through, it's really admiration at the end of the day. And I'm talking about the jealousy part, because everybody's not built to push through or push themselves to the limits that you're made to push yourself from. I'm just here as walking, living, breathing confirmation of that. I woke up with this message today, and I wanted to put it out there for the kingdom and for my tribe and for everybody that's just going through something hard and seem like life is stacked against them. You make it to the other side of it. You get to the other side of the door. When you get to the other side of the door, you look back and look at everything that you went through and understand that it was to make you, not to break you. And I know when you're going through that shit, man, I done been through some days where it was like, I felt like the universe was trying to split me in two fucking pieces. No bullshit. Like the universe had a personal vendetta against just me. Like, just me. I was looking around at everybody around me, and it's just like, and I had to realize, though, at the same time, you could look around and everybody might be going through similar storms, or storms that might be worse than yours, regardless of what the outer world is looking like. Hence is what I'm saying, making it look easy. Sometimes you can make the hardest situations look like the easiest things. My niece actually said to her mother, and she was relaying it to me, she was like, you know, Uncle Jay, you know, you would never think he goes through what he goes through, or has been in the situations he's been in, based on how he shows up. And I try my best to just show up as myself all the time. There are people who are close to me who've seen the darker moments, which come few and far between. I'm a person who comes up out of some shit that, you know, is meant to break you or make you, or put you in a space of, you know, not feeling good about yourself rather quick. You know what I mean? It don't take me long. It might take me 5-10 minutes to snap about some shit. Whereas, you know, I remember, and that was something that my therapist highlighted when I would be in therapy sessions, that I don't sit in anything for a long time, where most people identify with the problem and just stay there. You know, and I'm just not like that, because I understand a feeling is just a feeling. Feelings are like the chessboard. You're like, or like chess pieces on the chessboard, and you're the chessboard. they just move, and you just observe them moving. You take your time to feel them. There's nothing wrong with feeling the feelings, but you always liberate them. Let them pass. Let them be what they are, because they don't last forever. You're not going to feel like one particular thing forever. Everybody's searching for happiness, but happiness is just a feeling. It's not something that you feel forever all the time. Even to say you want to feel content just means you're moving in a straight line. Contentment is death. You want the excitement of life. So with understanding that, you'll understand that when you go through hard things, still show up as who you are. Still show what you're made of. It's a certain strength that you carry within yourself that you know you use that to push through. And when you use that, man, you're unbreakable. Nothing can stop you, And, you'll get to be 45, 46 and look like you're 30, 32. You know what I mean? Like me. It is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in real quick. I'm on my way to the lounge Tuesday morning. I'm gonna stop by Starbucks first and get me a medicine ball. That's another key to staying young. It's medicine ball from Starbucks. And Starbucks owe me a check too. So many people owe me checks. Where my checks at, y'all? Pay me. Where my checks? I want my money. Pay me. Pay me. Pay me. Pay me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put y'all out there the way I know how to. So let's do business, y'all. But anyways, with that being said, I'm logging out, I'm checking out. About to enjoy my Tuesday. It's a little mild. My birthday coming up, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the best shape for my birthday. And we're going to keep turning up. So like I say, stay locked in. Not just with the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe and like. And tell a friend about the king. Because I'm here for everybody, for motivation. Especially for the fellas, though. You know what I mean? Just to show y'all, you can make it through anything. Don't matter how fucking low you go, you can always rise back to the top. I'm here to tell y'all that, so I'm gonna keep it going. But stay locked in with yourself. That's the most important. When I say stay locked in, that's what I want you to stay locked in with yourself. I'm not here trying to be a motivational speaker and nothing like that. But I guess I am in a sense. But I'm here to tell my story being real. You know what I mean? That's all this part of the journey for me is about. And I'll see you on the next one. All right? Peace. Keep showing up.